Good morning, everyone. It's May 1st of 2012. I hope you're having a great day. It's Tuesday, and this morning I want to talk to you this. Take note of your listening. It says in verse 19, it says, "My dear brothers, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen." Before an athletic event, thousands of people waiting for this gigantic, the stadium was filled, and this little dog ran out onto the field. And all the referees and all is going, trying to get the dog's attention. But with the mass confusion, the dog just lays down in the middle of the field. Suddenly this little boy steps out and begins to whistle and call his name and clap his hands. The ears of the dog lifted up and aimed towards his master. He got up and ran to the little boy. And it's just like us. We need to listen for our master as the master challenges. Can you hear the master calling you above all the other calls of this world? Be quick to listen. The minister's sermon concerned the relationship between fact and faith. That you are sitting before me in church, he said, is fact. And that I'm standing speaking from this pulpit is fact. But it is only faith that makes me believe anyone is listening. So are you listening to God through the preaching of His Word? I like this story about it was an old Southern church, and the pastor wasn't used to hearing people say amen, and so this guy came to church. He was on a business trip, and the preacher got going, and all of a sudden he goes, "Amen." See, I like that in my services. And so the usher came and says, "Shh, shh, shh, settle down." And so the preacher gets preaching. You know, the guy says, "Hey, you need to stop making noise, or you're distracting the preacher." And all of a sudden, he gets excited, gets overwhelmed with the word, what the preacher is preaching. He says, "Amen!" And the usher came over and says, "Quiet now. You must be quiet." And he said, "Okay," and he really tried. He said, "Amen." And the deacon or the usher came over and said, "You need to stop." He says, "I can't help it. I got religion." And the deacon said, "Well, shut up anyway. You didn't get it here." In many churches, you tell that some people don't get any religion or fire from God because you never hear a peep out of them, or you never see any change in their behavior. That's the real test of listening to God. So when you begin to listen, be quick to listen. Begin quick to speak. See, we should be quick to listen to God at home, and when we read His Word, and when we come to church and hear His Word taught and preached. I remember one thing, I was in the Air Force for a very short time, and I did 30 days of basic training, and then I was dismissed. But here's the thing, one thing that we were always taught, that you need to listen to your training instructor. You need to know their voice. And I remember if you would answer to any other training instructor, you'd get in trouble. And so I remember we were standing at attention, and all these training instructors was yelling and screaming, and all of a sudden one of the guys next to me, we call him Smiley, and he was from Arkansas, and he goes, "Yes sir," to some other strange different training instructor, and he got in so much trouble. So let us keep our ears in tune to the Master, and He'll speak to us. Let me pray for you today. Lord, I pray right now, I pray that you bless each person. I pray that, Lord, that they'll listen to your still small voice, and I pray that you give them the opportunity to share the gospel with somebody this week. In your name, amen. God bless you. Have a great day.